Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marvelite. This is Josh.
Oh, yeah, and it's Luke.
And it's Will.
And it's Michael.
Are you sure you're
Did you
Michael
forget
today?
your name?
I'm really a clone from the Peter Parker saga, that freaking clone saga.
It's really weird. You usually introduce yourself as Failwell34.
You know what? Sometimes I just feel like being me, the real me, you know?
The real you? The Canadian
The
you?
real you is Failwell34.
You know what I'm saying, eh?
Yeah, Michael's just the mask, man.
The Mask of the Phantasm.
True story. Anyways, we have a great episode today for you guys.
Hopefully it'll
Four
be
topics.
great.
Well, it will definitely be great. So the first topic is we'll talk about Legion, that TV series, and the potential. There's rumors and stuff like that. There's stuff going around that possibly indicates it's a part of the MCU, which is a huge deal. We'll go into why. And the second one is a kind of nice little fun topic. Not really newsy necessarily, but it's kind of our dream team for Infinity War. So, we'll kind of have fun with that. And the third topic is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, and a really cool part of that, which we're going to save for you guys listening to it, because it's something really cool that I don't think anyone has talked about yet, possibly. And last but not least, fan questions. So timestamps should be in the comment section below if you guys want to, kind of skip across. But hopefully you guys just listen to the whole thing, through, because, I might be a little biased, but I think this might be the best episode in a while.
All right.
I think.
Well, let's hope so.
Let's get her done.
Let's get her
So,
shit.
Legion. Will, do you have a awesome segue into this Legion thing?
We're a legion of extraordinary gentlemen.
Speaking of a Legion of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Legion. So, Legion, if anyone actually does not know, I guess, because I'm sure a lot of people are unfamiliar with the character, he is the son of Professor X of X-Men fame.
Yes, he is.
Who is extremely powerful for basically this guy has multiple personalities, and each personality has its own power set.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. Anything from one power set, and the interesting thing too is that different personalities can take a different shape. So he can have one personality that looks like a woman, and then another personality that's a man.
Legit?
And another personality that's a child, and then another personality that's like an elderly person. So this guy...
He could be a
Ben 10.
Kardashian for all we know.
Yeah, he could be
He could be Terry Crews.
Yeah.
he could be Terry Crews at night, Kim Kardashian in the morning,
I don't think I'll be Terry Crews
Kanye
at night,
West
that's
in
not
the
safe.
afternoon.
Kanye West in the
The guy could...
We never know.
The guy could be anything.
It's all about the voice in his head.
Or the girl could be anything. He's the ultimate chameleon, or he's basically it's a very interesting premise, honestly. But each personality has a different power set, like I mentioned before. So, the elderly power set might be able to manipulate time and space, but the girl power set may only have super strength. And then, a younger child-like personality might be able to fly. You know what I mean? It varies insanely. He kind of is insane, I guess. So yeah, it varies incredibly by each kind of personality. But Luke, I know you know a lot about this. So what makes this Legion series so unique and worth talking about?
Let it all out.
Well, I think that, a lot of people who are subscribed to the channel and watch CJ's news videos, if you guys watch one of his latest videos, you know that Legion actually could possibly be connected to the MCU in some way.
Potentially. Grain of salt.
Potentially connected to the MCU. That actually came via the Marvel website, where they introduced a list of new characters that will be joining the MCU. Legion was on that list, and it wasn't just the name Legion, but it was also had a lot of the show's producers and writers attached to that as well. Now, obviously, CJ said that it literally could have just been some kind of typo or mistake, could have accidentally made its way on there. I don't, however, think that's the case. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see what your guys' thoughts on that are, more than anything. I don't think we really talked about that a whole lot. And I do want to apologize just to the fans, like fans of the Fox X-Men universe and fans of this show, if there actually are any fans of the show, I guess.
Let us know.
Yeah, I know that I think I saw someone in the comment section were like, hey, why aren't you guys covering this? So I apologize it did take us so long to get to this. It's not that we don't want to cover it, it's just that, I'm not too And I've never been too enthused about the Fox X-Men stuff. So
it's his soft spot. He doesn't like going there.
Yeah. Now I was interested in the show regardless whether there being a connection to the MCU or not. But I don't know. Michael, Josh, and Will. I just want to know what your guys' thoughts are really on this.
You want to know what I think?
You will go for it.
You want to know what I think?
I want to know what you
want to know what I think.
Testify, ya hallelujah.
Speak your piece, brother. Honestly, I think it's interesting based off what I've read from Legion, because he's as far as potential mutants go, he's super fucking dangerous. Because his power is basically.
He's not. What's the tiers for mutants again? What
I would consider him an Omega level.
I think
mutant.
he is an Omega level mutant. Omega level is at least for me, it's world ending. So that's what
I think he might be an alpha
he's
level.
God tier basically.
Yeah.
And he's on TV. That's bullshit, bro.
And he's just on TV. Damn. But there's a rumor that one of the characters may have powers similar to Rogue, so that might be a thing. But in regards to it being connected to the MCU, if this was the big deal that Fox and Marvel were working out, I guess I'll check out an episode because it's FX and I actually get that channel. But I haven't seen the trailer for it yet because I'm lazy. And just after reading it, it could be interesting, but there's so many options for what you could do with this character. It's almost kind of boring because you don't know what they're gonna do.
There's just so much I can do. I want none of it.
Yeah, you could do literally anything, and it's that could probably work. And I think of the handful of diehard Legion fans, they'd be the only ones that'd be like, "Oh, that's not in character," and shit like that. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the show comes.
Yeah, this is a Chris Claremont creation. Okay, this is a really cool character. This is from the Claremont age of X-Men and mutants in general, where they reign supreme in the Marvel universe. I just really hope that they're able to bring this character to life correctly, tell his story correctly. There's so many different characters that you can include as well. I really hope that they can include even work their way up to maybe doing some kind of version of X Factor or X Force on the
X
show.
X Factor, like Simon Cowell and stuff, throw him in there and.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. But
No.
I think that the X-Men fans, I think they know what I'm talking about. You could have really obscure characters like Wolfsbane, for example, on the show. Just some really cool mutants. I don't know that.
But do you think would they?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about the whole rogue-like character. That just sounds weird and boring, honestly.
I like really Rogue. Maybe they'll do her a little bit more justice in the movies.
Well, Michael, what is your thoughts on it?
I will be completely honest. I have yet to see the trailer for the show, and I don't know too much about it. But from what you guys are saying, it sounds interesting. His the character's power set.
Yeah,
I'd be down, especially if it's in the MCU, Fox, Marvel getting it on a bit. I'm welcome to that. What I'm saying? We've all been waiting for it. So even if it starts on the small screen opposed to the big screen, it's a step in the right direction. So now, I'm about it.
Now, there's this theory right now.
Lay it on me, bud.
Well, I'm just saying there's this theory about how it could possibly be connected to the MCU. It could possibly be connected through Doctor Strange, and there's the theory surrounding that. As the director of the film, Scott Derrickson, had said recently, that Doctor Strange will open up the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Now, that has been fiercely debated from what I've seen on the internet, what he means by that exactly. Mm-hmm. Is that going to mean other dimensions, which we've already seen it through, like in the trailers, or does that mean alternate timelines? Because there is a big difference between alternate dimensions and alternate timelines.
X-Men love their ultimate timelines.
Yeah.
Luke, though, I just opened up Wikipedia on the Legion page because I was interested in what Will said about this roguelike character, because I wanted to see, is this character going to be secretly Rogue, maybe just with a kind of different alias that maybe Rogue has used in the past. And
Anne-Marie,
according to what is on Wikipedia, I don't know if it's 100% true or not, obviously, because it is Wikipedia. It says, and I quote, "Produced by Marvel Television, FX Productions, it is the first series by Marvel Television to not be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and acts as a standalone, despite acknowledging Legion as a mutant, like the characters from the X-Men films."
That's what it did say a couple of months ago. It did say that. That was before that this thing sprouted up on the Marvel website.
Oh, okay. See, I thought he just like squashed your theory there for a second. I was about to say R.I.P.
And then FX CEO John Landgraf, I think I pronounced that right. If you're listening to this and I did not pronounce your name right, please don't get mad at me. I love the shows on your channel, on your network. He said that he, I guess, confirmed the series would be its own entity and not take place during the timeline of the X-Men film series, but rather in a parallel universe to the films. So, and he also said, unfortunately, it won't feature any of the X-Men characters, so I guess no Rogue.
Nor are they going to do his father in that case either.
Yeah. I mean, however, though, which, you don't have to have Professor X in it, because for people that know the comics, they know Professor X didn't even know about him for the longest time.
Well,
he's like, brother who?
It's just funny because when I don't know what press junket this was at, but this was sometime last year, a fan in the crowd had asked the producers of the show if it will take place in the Marvel cinematic timeline, along with like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Netflix stuff. And they said no, it will remain within the X-Men Fox continuity, like alongside the movies. But what you just read said actually the exact opposite. It's just going to... Now, I don't know, I'm seeing some transparencies here between this and Fant Four Stick. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm definitely seeing the comparison. It's not pretty. It's really not.
Well, I mean,
you never want to be in that boat.
I mean, the way I'm looking at it is from what you just said, Luke. The possibility is there that it may just be a parallel universe, another timeline, basically.
Yeah.
So it could technically, it may not be in the MCU main universe, but it may be like MCU universe -1,
right?
Which also might happen to be
which would be
Fox universe dash like 50,
which would be a timeline where things happen are very similar but not quite the same. Like there's a popular theory that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually was one of those universes where, for example, Coulson is dead in the Avengers universe, but in the show, the only difference between the two universes is that he remained dead in the Avengers universe and was brought back to life in the I guess the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. / Netflix universe. So they're very similar, just like how the Winter Soldier affected Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I guess so in season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Season
Captain
1?
America: Civil War will affect Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4, not season 1.
Yeah.
No,
did Winter Soldier affect season 1?
So, yeah, I guess you're right. It was season 1, wasn't it?
Winter Soldier was, not Civil War. I think you said Civil War. I think you said Civil War.
No. I'm saying that the Winter Soldier had affected Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point or another. I'm not sure which season it was.
It was season 1.
But so will Civil War.
Like
it will affect season 4, the upcoming season.
Yeah, it definitely will.
But I don't think again, going back to the theory, things that happen in the movies are very the similar things happen in the TV show. They just may not be the exact same because they may lie in this adjacent universe that things are very similar, but not everything is the same.
Okay. So to wrap this topic up, because I feel like we can talk about it for a very, very long time.
You can make up a bunch of bullshit off of speculation.
We can make a whole other podcast just for it, honestly.
We know we can.
Anything is possible.
Luke, to go off what you said, though, actually Civil War already affected Season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as evident by General Talbot trying to register all of the Inhuman assets that Coulson had.
Yeah.
But speaking of assets, I mean, it's weird to me how people really want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be a separate thing from the MCU. Like, basically, like, a lot of people had a theory that it's just a dream.
It's not
canon. That's cool and all. But, Will, I'm about to make you bend backwards with this segue. But speaking of a dream, let's talk about a dream team for Infinity War.
Oh, yeah.
How did I do, Will?
Yeah, that's
Josh,
my
that
level
was
of
so clean, man.
So, as a lot of you guys probably have heard, I'm assuming a lot of the Marvel fans have heard this at least, Infinity War is only the title of Avengers 3. Avengers 4, which originally was called Infinity War Part 2, now has no title as of yet. Which goes in line with what the Russo brothers had said previously, where they said these, Infinity War Part 1 and what was previously Part 2, they're two different movies. They're not really a part 1, part 2 kind of thing. So the fact that they're changing the titles, it makes sense. I actually got really worried at first when I read this because I thought they were saying they're canceling the 4th Avengers, and it's just going to be Infinity War Part 1. But when I actually read more about it, I got some clarification about it. And we're still getting 2 movies. It's just one's Infinity War, other one's not called Infinity War. But if they follow the comics and the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, which we all hope they do, eventually Thanos will get the Infinity Gauntlet. That's inevitable.
Yeah.
And when he gets that, he'll be able to warp everything. Anything from space, time, reality, I guess power, mind, soul, like all that will be his to wield. So that opens the door for something that the MCU has kind of done with Coulson, but not really done full blown before, which is revive dead characters. So, if you guys could make a 4 to 5 person kind of dream team to go up against Thanos, dead or alive, who would it be?
I have a question. Do these have to be MCU characters?
Yes.
Yes. It has to be a character from either the MCU movies,
I know my
TV,
list.
or Netflix.
Okay. Well, who wants to go first on this?
I got it.
You got it?
Michael, go ahead. Take it
Wait,
away.
that includes future movies, right?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Up into Infinity War Part 1, or I guess Infinity War, yes.
Okay. All right, so my list. I'm going to have to start off the kid from Iron Man 3.
What?
Next.
Smart motherfucker.
It's a reach. Next, I'm going to have Darcy's boyfriend from Thor 2. Oh, I'm not done.
You still got 3 more.
I'm going to have a partially functioning Rhodey.
Damn. Well, no, he could be fully healthy.
No,
bro.
but I
He
still
could
want to go
be-
partially functioning.
It's the crippled.
He's
blind
more
You don't
motivated.
want Terrence Howard, bro?
No, because he's more motivated.
He's more motivated.
All right, keep going.
And then the last person I'm going to have, give me Baby Groot, because he's cute. Why not? That's my dream team. All of them working
Very
together side by
so-
side.
Who's the tank in your team? Who's gonna actually
It's
try
gonna
hurting
be
Thanos?
Baby Groot, man, because he's gonna like grow
Be Baby
slowly
Groot?
as they're trying to fight Thanos.
You have the wildest team I think I've ever. I never even thought you would go the kid from Iron Man 3.
Okay.
That was the last character I thought I'd hear.
Okay. So we're doing MCU. So Agents of Shield counts, right?
Yeah, sure,
Yes,
why not?
TV
Okay.
counts.
Yes. All right.
Oh,
so
we gonna get-
I think. All right. So I think pick number 1, Doctor Strange, just so that way he could combat him with the power and reality gem.
Fair enough.
Okay. 2, this was a character that was on Agents of Shield, motherfucking Graviton.
Oh, but he's off the rails.
Oh, correction. He never appeared yet as Graviton.
Well, his hand did. Come on, his
he,
hand
he,
did.
he kind of did.
All right, I'll give it to you.
All right.
I'll give this one to you. And quick correction: Doctor Strange will have the Time Stone, not reality.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, keep going.
So
You have 3 left.
so Graviton would be my second.
Okay.
We're gonna have to have Marvel Superman, so I'd have to go with Captain Marvel. I would definitely do the Hulk
Right, what obscure one?
as my number 4 pick.
Which kind of Hulk?
Which kind of Hulk?
Because we're getting a little hint here. We might get Green Scar in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I would actually say Gladiator or Grey Hulk, like Mr. Fix-It. It would be one of those two. It wouldn't be regular Green Rage Hulk because he wouldn't be any good, I don't think, especially fighting Thanos. And the interesting thing is that Thanos and Hulk have a long history together of fighting. They have both defeated each other more than once, but really, more than anyone else in the entire Marvel Universe, Hulk is the one that Thanos actively tries to avoid in combat. Like, he literally tries to avoid any kind of conflict with him at all.
Also, I want to say, guys, you don't have to choose just heroes. You can choose villains
Yeah,
too.
trust me,
True.
you'll know when you get to me.
You'll know. Will's already like
All right,
diabolical.
keep going.
Yeah. Wait. Oh,
Is it
and
4 or 5?
and my 5th pick would be
It's 5.
would be my Bae. I mean, it would have to be Scarlet Witch.
Okay, that's a pretty. I can see what you're going with there. My only question is, who's your tactical mind?
My tactical mind would probably be Captain Marvel.
Okay.
True,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I rate it.
All right. So, Will, I'll hand it over to you
Okay.
now. What is your team?
Black Panther, because he's an incredible warrior. He's a king and a strategist and
Okay.
tactician. He's a genius. So
Alright.
him, Spider-Man, due to speed, genius level intellect, Plus, he's smaller. Even though he's inexperienced, he's like clever and he'd be a good distraction too. Captain Marvel, because she has war tactics, but she could also probably hold her own, like in a fist fight with him. Swarm, because if he brings someone like Foot Soldiers or the Black Order, he could take them over.
Wait, who was it?
Oh,
wow, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
All right, keep going.
All right.
And for my last one, I want to say
Absorbing Man.
Oh, he's pretty cool, man. He's kind of OP. He's kind of like underpowered though.
That would be an interesting one because could he absorb Infinity?
He'd explode.
Maybe.
Actually,
he would.
He probably would explode.
I'm gonna go with I think Gamora.
Really? Not Drax? The one guy who wants to beat Thanos?
No, I get it.
Because
Gamora knows a lot about Thanos.
Gamora knows a lot about him. Like either Gamora or Nebula, one of them.
True.
I think they both hate him equally.
They both hate him equally, but they've also trained with him and under him. They'd know more than Drax would. Drax is powered by hate, but Gamora has hate and skill.
And strategy.
Also, Drax got his ass handed to him by Ronan.
Yeah, because actually our Drax in the universe is like really freaking his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping when he fell into like the celestial, whatever that yellow goo thing was, I was hoping that would like give him a power.
Actually, wait, no.
Oh, last minute substitution. All right, who is it? Oh, you guys each get one substitution, by the way.
Yeah,
so.
I think I only chose 4, by the way, so I have to get in one more.
Yeah, if I get a substitution, I would substitute her for Valkyrie.
Okay.
Oh,
all right,
really?
Michael,
Wow.
who's your last person?
My last person, I'm gonna go with Drax, just because you know what? Let him be the little cheerleader on the side.
All right, so I'm about to put all of your teams to shame. So I hope you guys.
You can't beat Darcy's
you guys
boyfriend,
are ready. All right, so we can have. I'm actually a little like surprised you guys said this. So, the characters you did and ignored the characters you did, especially Michael. Michael, your team's going nowhere. I just got to be honest with you.
That's what they all think,
is
right?
getting knocked out of the bracket as soon. And by the way, if you're listening to this, comment below which person's team you think would win. I guess had the best chance of winning, I should say, against Thanos. So, my team is the following: Vision to start it off.
Infinity Stone.
Then we have after Vision, we have Hive.
Oh,
from
okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I thought
did
of
say
that.
you
I
got
almost
yeah.
put Vision on the
Thanos.
team. Until I switched out to Gamora.
Because Hive technically could take over Thanos. Thanos has he's biological tissue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
He could join the Hive, so that's 2. Green Scar Hulk, assuming that Hulk goes Green Scar and Thor Ragnarok. That'd be a valuable asset because all the strength of the Hulk plus having all that combat experience, that weaponry training, so to speak. I mean, that's a very valuable asset to have on your team. So I have 2 heavy hitters here, and I have my one kind of secret power, tactical mind.
Ooh.
Not really tactical mind, my kind of secret power that I'd use, to try neutralizing him early on. Then I'd go Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Right.
As my 4th member.
Throwing a couple acid trips here and there. Okay.
Yeah, you know. Thanos is a big purple guy. I'm sure he gets down, he gets groovy.
Well,
big body, big bends.
I think that Doctor Strange is a big asset because he would really be the only one that could counteract his reality maneuver or his time maneuver.
Exactly. I mean, I have a reasoning for each character I'll get into after I let you guys do your possible substitutions and stuff like that.
All right.
For our closing arguments. And then my last but not least character is probably Black Panther.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
He's
and
a
I'll
bad
get to
motherfucker.
that.
The guy who wore the
I'll get to
Uggs in
that
the airport fight scene.
He's like super Shaq.
Exactly. So I'll get to that in a second. So I guess I'll start first, since I'm already talking about my characters. So I had Thor. The reason why I chose Thor is because he would be kind of my battle tactician mind. I know, Luke, you had Captain Marvel fill that void, kind of. But Thor would be mine. He has a lot more years of centuries of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And not just, Captain Marvel, she's a good pick, but she only has, Earth experience. Thor has experience fighting different races, different cultures across the 9 realms, so to speak. So he has that. Then he has Mjolnir, which is a big boost, obviously. And then he has potentially all of the resources of Asgard, to his disposal. all the histories, all the knowledges of Asgard, which Asgard, as we know, does have knowledge on the Infinity Stones. So they might know a possible way of defeating the Infinity Stones if necessary.
But it's MCU Thor.
Even if it's some... But still,
True.
Everything I said is still valid. Then I have Hulk, Green Scar, potentially Hulk. As I said before, he'd be my big tank kind of person if we could find a way to kind of neutralize the Infinity Stones, and it would come down to a kind of fist fight brawl. I think with Thor and Hulk together, especially Hulk with some combat training behind them, there's no way Thanos could beat them, especially 2-on-1. I have Hive because Thanos, he's a big guy, but he's still made of biological living tissue, just like every other person Hive infected. And also Thanos would have probably never met anyone like Hive before, so he probably wouldn't know what to expect with Hive. So he'd probably be like, "Why is this guy throwing dust at my face?" Not knowing it's not really dust.
Oh shit! What up?
And really these microorganisms. So Hive could just take over Thanos' body, and then wham, Hive technically has the Infinity Gauntlet, technically,
Yeah.
I guess by associative property. So there's that. Then I have Black Panther. Reason I have Black Panther is because the guy has all the resources of Wakanda. And originally I was going to choose Iron Man. But then I realized, why would I have Iron Man? For his intellect. Well, Black Panther kind of fits that spot. And also Black Panther, unlike Iron Man, he's a lot wiser than Iron Man. A lot more mature than Iron Man, which was shown in Civil War by how, he had that great line where he's like, I let, vengeance consume me, it consumed them, it'll consume me no longer. That really showed his wisdom and maturity on top of, his vibranium that he could use in this fight too.
Yeah.
So I feel like he, as an asset, considering everything else I have already, I don't really need Iron Man as much as Black Panther would be able to help me. And then last but not least, Doctor Strange, because with his capabilities, in the magic department and stuff like that, he would be probably my finisher, I'd say. He'd probably be the person I'd have really finish off Thanos. Because he could do the stuff that no one else could, but at the same time, he wouldn't be the kind of physical brawler to really bring Thanos down to get ready to be finished. So that's my team. That's why I chose them. I guess, Michael, I'll start with you. Why'd you choose your team?
Well,
and yeah.
So I put a lot of thought behind this one. The kid from Iron Man 3, he was stranded with Tony, just with the Iron Man not working pretty much a suit, right? And if it wasn't for his motivation and his speeches to Tony and getting him to have those anxiety attacks, they wouldn't have got to where they did at the end of that movie. So I think he's a real strategist on the lows. Next, Darcy's boyfriend. I think he packs a wallop.
Okay.
And
oh my god.
Packs a wallop.
Which is
Time for a walloping, madam.
It's so funny, dude, that you mentioned Darcy's boyfriend of all people.
Dude, I fucking love Darcy.
Oh
I don't
my-
care what anyone says. I think she's
Baby
come
Groot,
on,
because
bro.
he's been getting a lot of good buzz from the preview from San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty OP.
Shout out to my Niggy Meow Meow.
I think he'll actually probably return in some capacity. Just because the Russo said that they have his picture on a wall of characters that are still alive in the MCU.
I mentioned that in the group chat the other day. You can just go on about that, Luke, for a second.
No, it's just the Russos just said that they have character cards of everyone who's alive and who's dead in the universe, and they're they're just trying to figure out, I guess, exactly who is going to fit into what in Infinity War.
And then who do
it's
they
just
have?
funny. It's so funny. They have everyone from Thanos all the way down to Darcy's boyfriend.
But yeah, so he is a valid asset according to the Russo brothers. So I would have him, Baby Groot, and then who was the last person I picked? Drax, because he has a vengeance. So I think if you actually saw Thanos face to face, he'd throw the hands pretty good. And the last person I had was
Baby Groot.
no, not him. Someone else too, didn't I?
No, Will. No.
Ooh.
No.
The last person I would have is Rotten Tomatoes Suicide Score rating.
No. Damn it. You guys went there.
Because that packs a wallop. I'm done. Next person.
Oh my god.
All right. Jeez. Okay, so who went after Michael originally?
Luke.
All right,
It
Luke,
was
go ahead.
me. So as we know, I said Doctor Strange. Again, just simply for those reasons of being able to combat some of the Infinity Stones. And, his knowledge in the magic department. So I think more than anybody would know how the Infinity Stones work. I think second I said I had Graviton. I would pick Graviton because he is one of the most powerful beings in all of the Marvel Universe. More power. I mean, it's simple. It's simple physics. I think if you would get Doctor Strange to combat the Reality Gem alone, I think Graviton could single-handedly take down Thanos. That's if Thanos didn't have the Reality Stone, or Doctor Strange could somehow combat it. Obviously, Captain Marvel, because she's a natural-born leader. She has much experience in not only the Air Force, but the Air Force sword. I mean, come on.
She's got the hookup still.
Yeah, she is a part of Earth's first defense against alien threats. She is just a natural-born tactical leader in virtually all fronts. She's smart. She's extremely powerful. She's pretty much Marvel's Superman. Who else was on my list? I think that's 3. Who was the 4th I had on my list? Damn it, I forget already.
No, you didn't have Hive.
It's been so long. I didn't have Hive. Does anyone remember what I had on that list?
No.
God damn it.
Shit, son. I remember you had Captain Marvel. You had Hulk.
Okay, yeah,
Strange.
Hulk. I had
Black
Strange.
Panther? Did you not
Okay.
Black Panther?
No, I did.
No, yeah, he had Black Panther. I'm sorry. I thought I said Black Panther. That's why I was like, no, wait, no, I didn't say Black Panther. Damn it. That's so weird. I can't remember who I picked.
It's okay, man. It's
well,
been a long
the viewers will luckily.
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, they'll know.
If Michael didn't fry their brains.
I know that I picked Hulk, and I said that it was either going to be Gladiator Hulk or Gray Hulk, but I would actually have to say Gray Hulk in this situation, just because
He's smart.
Well, he's strong. He's the Hulk, and also he has the intelligence of Bruce Banner. So he can keep calm, cool, and collective, all while fighting. He's not just pure rage, just like regular Green Hulk is. There's some intellect to him. So that's definitely, I think, why that I would have Grey Hulk fight Thanos, or fight, be on that team. Man, I don't know why. I really can't think of that 5th character I chose.
Anyways, worry about it, fam.
Yeah, Will, go ahead, bro.
All right, so let me remember my list. So, Black Panther, because obviously he's one of the best warriors on the fucking planet. Not even, all the vibranium aside. But with that added, that just makes him just a threat, even as a person. He's a top-tier physical fighter and tactician. Captain Marvel, her powers can hold her own against Thanos, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. And if not, if she has access to binary, which she might, then that could at least fuck him up. He wouldn't expect it. Who else did I have? Hive, just because it's kind of obvious. It'd just be...
Oh, wait, are you taking Hive?
No, I had Hive my first time. I was the first one to say Hive.
Josh is like, the sauce.
I think we should have jotted this down.
No, I do remember, though. I said Hive the first time, because all you guys were like, ooh.
It's recorded, so if you're lying.
I mean, the viewers will get you if you're lying.
I'm not lying.
So
I said Hive the first time, because I said...
Viewers will disqualify you if you're lying.
But yeah, I said Hive because he could take people over. And he has that control.
True.
So, if he brought down the Black Order, he could just mind control them and turn on them. Just into Hive, Hive's not really an idiot. It took a long time and a lot of people to take him out. Who are my other ones? It's those 3.
You had Spider-Man.
Yeah, I had Spider-Man because, honestly...
Wait, which Spider-Man? You didn't specify.
Huh?
There's only one Spider-Man in
MCU
MCU.
Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because even though Peter's young, he's, stupid smart. And I think Spider-Man, even though he was older, was in the original Infinity Gauntlet. And he was, a really good distraction. I think he's one of the few people that actually lived through it. I don't think he died in Infinity Gauntlet, if I remember correctly.
So you don't think so, huh? You don't think he died?
I don't remember. I haven't looked at the story.
Let's not get into this. Keep going.
Yeah. He could have. I don't remember the story. But, yeah, Peter would be a good distraction for him. And he's smart, so he'd be helpful. And Who was my last one? Oh, I think I originally had...
You had Black Panther.
Yeah, I said Black Panther. I originally had Gamora, but I also had Nebula as my backup. Or not Nebula, Valkyrie.
So which is it going to be?
Valkyrie.
Okay.
Because, just because she has that Norse, like, I think Valkyrie is someone that could hold her own against Thor with the hammer. Yeah, well, I mean, without the hammer.
Ooh.
So anyone that's...
They're fighting
Yeah,
words.
anyone that's that capable... I mean, she's called Valkyrie, and she's of Asgard. Anyone that's of Asgard and actually, like, functions as a full-fledged warrior has to be a pretty damn good fighter. So that'd be, like, my Thor, kind of, like Luke had.
Okay. And it should be segue time right about now.
Yeah, so
segue.
my segue, rolling like a segue, is that rolling into next season of TV, we have Season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's a huge synopsis that came out. So I'm gonna summarize that synopsis.
Oh, I could just read it if you really
Basically, no, because we're gonna get short on time if we go through the whole
you
thing.
right?
Yeah.
The whole synopsis. So, basically, in the aftermath of Season 3, we lost a few people. That person being Grant Ward, probably for the final time. Honestly, I doubt Ward can be killed at this point. So, Ward, Hive, and Lincoln were those who, are among the fallen of last season.
Am I the only one who doesn't care
And-
about Lincoln?
No, a lot of people don't care about Lincoln. In the line of Sokovia Accords and with Hydra, gone, S.H.I.E.L.D. is legitimized again, which should be interesting to see if they actually acknowledge that all in the other movies, which, is unlikely, but, whatever. They get a new director, who is played by Jason O'Mara, who we'll get into in a bit. And he's the new face of the organization. Coulson goes back into his role as a, agent, a high-ranking agent, but still an agent. Teamed with Mac, who, I love Mac. I think he's great. Shotgun axe all the way.
Shotgun axe.
And together, they're tasked with tracking down and confirming the presence of enhanced people, aka Inhumans. They've been trying to track Daisy, who's been an outlaw since the end of last season. And basically, the new director really has no issues with taking her down. Agent May is tasked with training a specialist team to deal with these threats. Simmons is promoted to a special advisor to the director in regards to the science and technology department. Fitz is, finds it hard to trust her. So they're going to have, a relationship kind of issue to get through because she'll be basically the director's right-hand person kind of now, kind of what May was to Coulson, which will make it hard for Fitz because obviously, there's certain things Fitz wants to talk to Simmons about but probably can't because, she might tell the director. And then obviously with this, Robbie Reyes, aka Ghost Rider, will roll into their lives, end up being the Ghost Rider, and that will fit into the plot also, alongside the fact that Dr. Radcliffe is still there. I almost said Daniel Radcliffe, jeez. Dr. Radcliffe is still there with, all of his, science shenanigans, including life model decoys. So, we're not going to talk about Season 4, but we are going to talk about, generically at least, but we will talk specifically about this new director guy. Luke, I know for a fact you're excited to talk about him, so I feel horrible having to say we can't go too crazy with it.
Yeah.
But...
Well, damn it.
Do you want me to preface you really quick so I can just let you off the chain?
Yeah, no, like for real, I think me and you both have the same idea, and I think that it's a good idea. And I think that if Marvel's smart, they should do that idea.
Yes.
If they can.
They have them.
So we'll have a video on this, kind of going to the more specifics of how this is possible. But basically, the rumor itself is that the director's character is an old character from Marvel mythology, like a OG Marvel character, maybe even possibly Timely Comics, era. And the only characters that really fit this, a lot of people are thinking, are Namor and Jim Hammond, who is the original Human Torch. Also a synthetic human, which could fit into the life model decoy plotline going in with Season 4. So a lot of people are wondering, are they going to do a twist in the season where this new director is really Jim Hammond? It'd be really cool. Jim Hammond has had a lot of interaction with S.H.I.E.L.D. in the past, working as an agent for them and whatnot. So it wouldn't be against Marvel Mythos. But with that being said, like I said, a video going more in depth about how that could possibly work will come out later this week, or maybe not later this week, maybe earlier this week, depending on when this is uploaded.
Yeah.
But Luke, I'll let you off the chain.
Well,
you have
approximately
3 minutes.
Yeah, I know that time's running a little short. Like, really, you just said it. I think that this is like the perfect thing. I think that I've been pitching that idea for many years now amongst my friend group, and I think it would be like the natural way to go is to incorporate him. I mean, let's face it, there are certain characters that are just never going to show up on the show. That for either for time restrictions or simply because it's out of their budget, or
legal reasons,
or even legal reasons. There's a number of variations. So let's just face it. There's a number of things that are just not going to happen on the show. However, we're getting 2 major things: Ghost Rider, which we haven't seen Ghost Rider since that really crappy 2008 film. Done from Nicolas Cage, and also possibly, like you said, Jim Hammond, the Human Torch, or possibly Namor. I don't see Namor being the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. However, given Jim Hammond's long ties to S.H.I.E.L.D., especially as of recently, I more or less see him being in that role. I'm interested where they're going to take the character Coulson now that he's not going to be the director. See, I thought that when they worded this synopsis kind of funny. They just said director Phil Coulson and the rest of the team were driven. Oh, that was toward the end of season 3. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, they were just saying in light of the Sokovia Accords and Hydra obliterated by S.H.I.E.L.D., S.H.I.E.L.D. has been legitimized again and no longer needs to operate in the shadows. Since the world presumes that Coulson... Get this. Since the world presumes that Coulson is dead, the organization needed a new director. What? Why?
I can dig it. If anything, that further confirms Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually being in the MCU, because if they just had him be a public figure... So, I understand that basically they needed like a figurehead leader that could be public. Coulson can't do that.
They're trying to legitimize themselves again, right? So they need someone up there.
Yeah. I don't understand why Coulson can't be public, though. That, to me, just doesn't make sense.
All right, so it opens up a can of worms exactly because he died. So how do you come back to life? Then you have to... so basically,
magic?
S.H.I.E.L.D. just got legitimized.
Literally, you could just play it off as he didn't die.
Yeah, but then also, the president knows he's alive. Like, a lot of people know he's alive at this point, right? So they...
but the
Maria Hill knows he's alive. Nick Fury knows he's alive. The president knows he's alive.
General Talbot
knows he's alive. Like, let's just bring it back. Let's just bring him back. Honestly.
I'm trying to see where they're coming from here. The only reasoning I can see behind it is, okay, so if they go public necessarily, so, like, these are, like, high-ranking people with, like, very high classification levels, right?
Yeah.
So... if they know, okay, that's fine. That's one thing, right? As long as Hillary Clinton doesn't know, because it might get leaked. But
bars,
like, basically, if the general public knows, S.H.I.E.L.D. is finally getting legit again, I should say, and this would throw a huge wrench in that plan, or in that ability to get legitimized, because people are going to be questioning, how did he come back to life? Why isn't this technology being shared with other people? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, if you look at what happened in The Winter Soldier, Black Widow released all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s files online. I don't think it's any surprise to the kind of technology that they were hiding for many, many years, and experiments and all this crazy stuff.
Aliens in the sky, bro.
Weapons, aliens.
I'm just trying to rationalize.
No, I completely get what you're saying, and like I'm trying to rationalize my thoughts on it. I just don't think that the cinematic universe would see it as much of a surprise as you would think. That's really just my take on it. I don't see there being a reason for there to be a new director. And also, if they're going to give, S.H.I.E.L.D. a new director, I don't think that he should be the director. I think Nick Fury should be the director because, he's just been the director forever. There's been times where Maria Hill's been the director and a few other people, but I don't like this continuous cast of directors for S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's I would rather just kind of the status quo go back and Nick Fury be in charge again, and then maybe have on the show this new character just be the assistant director. Mm-hmm. Or
I get you.
Second in command rather than actually being... You don't even have to show Nick Fury, really. You don't even have to bring in Samuel Jackson again. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant.
No, it's
bring it in, Luke. Bring it in.
I enjoy hearing you. It's a real struggle trying to be like, Luke, we're running low on time, so like I can't let you just rant. But at the same time, I'm so like invested in your rant that I kind of want to hear you rant. But
you do it in a separate video.
To kind of cap off. Yeah, exactly. To kind of cap off this topic, I would have loved to see Maria Hill become the new director because Colby Smulders is she's no stranger to doing TV shows, obviously.
Right, How I Met Your Mother.
She's still considered by many more of a TV actress than movie actress anyways, so I mean, this would have been a really good fit.
She's a bad bitch. All due
no, but
respect.
she's with Tony, that's the only issue.
Alright, well, calm down. Unfortunately, we're not getting that, but let's get into some fan questions really quick, wrapping this up before, Nick is, like, gonna, like, kill us for, going too long. Mm-hmm. So, our first question is at, hashtag AskMarvelite, I believe it's from Waru. If you chose a Marvel character as your fitness trainer, who would that person be? I choose Captain America for obvious reasons. How about you guys?
Just real quick, I'm going to say the Punisher.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah, just one given reason. If you guys go online, there's actually what's called the Punisher workout, and it is brutal. So I think that, I would have Frank train me.
Red, another set.
Michael.
If I had to choose one person, I would choose Purple Man because he would make me do my sets
what?
again. In case I was being a bitch and I didn't want to do it, he'd be like, "You're gonna do another one." I'd be like, "All right, fuck."
Well, David Tennant's a very well-built man. He's very skinny, actually.
He's very persuasive.
Yeah.
Jessica. All right. Well, who would you
Peter
choose?
Parker. Because, dude, he had to work out and be broke. Man.
I can't even. I'm not
he probably
gonna,
did that hood fitness in parks and shit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even support that answer considering his Flash Thompson doesn't look like he could bully a frog.
No, not MCU one. Comic book Pete.
Oh, this is comic. I thought it was just MCU. Okay,
because it said Marvel character. Dude, MCU Pete, like
nice save.
If you go back to that issue when him and Silk had a thing. And it just showed that lower half. It's like, why is Peter so cut? He's broke.
Dude, you know how much cardio is in web swinging? Shit,
yeah, that's a lot, bro.
Legit. It's like swimming in air, bro.
I mean, Peter probably burns about anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 a day just sitting around.
Yeah, just straight acrobatics.
Yeah.
So, thanks for the question. Next question's kind of a longish one.
This one's brought to you by Eric.
Hey, shout out to you,
Eric. Thanks for the long, detailed question. So, hashtag AskMarvelite. Alright, so I've cooked up this theory that Thor Ragnarok, after we heard the news about the Eternals and Celestials appearing in the movie, back in May, Joe Blow, who reported the Hulk was going to be a movie in the first place, reported that Thor's mission in the film is that he needs to find the ultimate weapon to stop Ragnarok and reset the universe. The Time Stone seems like the most likely instrument to reset the universe. Now I was thinking perhaps Thor uses the Time Stone and travels back to the time when the Celestials reach Earth and create the Eternals. This would also make for a deeper explanation for how the Tesseract got to Earth. What do you guys think? Thanks.
Winky face.
Yeah, winky face. So, winky face back at you. But to quickly address a few things, so the Time Stone apparently will be in Doctor Strange. If anything, the Soul Stone will be in Thor Ragnarok. And if you want to hear more about that theory, which is actually that Heimdall has the Soul Stone, that's how he's able to do all the things he can do.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow, I can't believe how's this new? Or anyways, so
Josh is holding
we have a video. We have a video explaining that theory. So
way to plug in other
check
videos.
It out. That's all I do here. So go check that out. Speaking on the whole Celestials thing, that would be awesome to see. I believe. I don't think it could carry a whole movie because then you have the problem of where how is Thor gonna get back? And then, what is that going to change necessarily? What is he going to really benefit from that? Mm-hmm. I think it'd be a cool, brief part, kind of like how Guardians of the Galaxy did that, kind of as a history lesson. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do with them there. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of the Celestials not really being an active part in the universe anymore. I think that kind of gives a lot more mystery to them, and if anything, kind of elevates their status more as these, very powerful, benevolent, figures that just happen to every once in a while destroy, planets. Now, speaking of the Tesseract, how it got to Earth, they do go into that in the first Captain America film. So, I don't know if they can give a deeper explanation for that.
I think what he means, Well, no, I don't think they're gonna retcon. I think what he means is like give more of a backstory as to specifically how it got there. I mean, they do touch on it in Captain America, but they don't really like go into it. True. And I think that Thor Ragnarok will probably be the most lore-heavy movie in the entire cinematic universe. Like, look at the cast and look what's been confirmed so far. I mean, we have Hulk, Thor. We have most of the cast of supporting characters of Thor, like Scourge. The Executioner will be in there. We have Fenris the Wolf confirmed. We have Surtur confirmed for the film. We have Eternals confirmed for the film. I mean, guys, just look. I'm saying this right now. I'm putting money on it. This will be the most lore-heavy, other than Doctor Strange, but I even think that this will delve even deeper than Doctor Strange.
All right, you want to put pop vinyl on that?
Yes, I will. I will put a pop vinyl on that. Thor Ragnarok will be the most lore-heavy film, not only Phase 3, but the entire Marvel Cinematic
I bet
universe.
you that it won't. We'll bet a Thor Ragnarok pop vinyl when it comes out.
Bet.
Oh God. All right, so Michael, what is your response to this this Ask Marvelite question today?
First of all, I'm going to win, Luke. Second of which, Josh kind of talked about it a little bit with the stone already being used. It's a cool idea. Will it happen? Maybe. I'd be interested in seeing it happen, especially the part with the Celestials, just because seeing them reach Earth and all that stuff, just diving into that lore would be pretty interesting. What do you think, Will?
I was just going to say real quick, I personally like this theory, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
that's all I had to say.
Luke agrees with it. I think it's an interesting theory. Honestly, with the way the MCU is going right now, if they do Celestials down the road, anything is possible, man. I think that the Time Stone would be an interesting way to kind of loop it all back together, but I don't know. I feel like they do something a little bit more involved with the actual Celestials.
Okay.
Huh, Jinx showed me a soda. So...
Fucking damn.
Oh, wait, did you see the last question?
No, I don't know. I think I posted 2 because that's all I saw, but maybe I missed one. I don't know.
There's a third.
Thank you guys for the questions, though.
Yeah, there's one more that we could do like really fast from Waru.
Okay.
It is at hashtag Ask Marvelite. If you had to choose 2 mutants to kill off in Inhumans v X-Men, who would they be?
If I had to
all right, I'll make this. Let's speed round this one because we are kind of going a little longer than we told Nick we would go. So speed round this. Unfortunately, we won't go into why. Just throw out 2 names. So Cyclops, Magneto, go.
Damn, Magneto, Professor X.
Isn't Professor X dead?
Wait, Professor X is dead. I forgot. I apologize. Who would be the second one? Rogue. I'd call for that.
Fuck. Michael, you want to go?
Sure. Rogue and Beast.
Damn. All that Rogue hate.
Let me see. Magneto
Fuck on topic.
And Magic.
Really?
I was thinking of someone from the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, I heard it here first, Brayball.
I'm surprised no one said Teen Jean Grey, considering all the havoc she's caused.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck young Jean Grey. Magneto and Jean Grey.
This is now the Fuck Young Jean Grey podcast.
I'm still mad about that Bobby Drake shit from like 2 years ago.
Oh god! All right, so we're not going to that right now, but we went a little bit longer than we originally intending. But I think we had a great episode, anyways. With all that said and done, so everyone that's still listening to this, thank you for listening today. This has been Josh, joined by Luke, Michael, and Will. I think we did a great. I think this was a great episode.
It was fun spectating.
Seriously, guys, thanks for tuning in on this wonderful shit show.
Yeah, so comment below with you guys' thoughts. I mean, obviously, responding to everything we were talking about before, everything from the Dream Team to my ridiculous segues to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. theory thing that we did to basically anything. Mm-hmm. And then also, it was me personally. It was great being on here. It's been a while, so I have to try getting on it again sooner. Let me know if you guys in the comments below enjoyed, because obviously I'm not going to get back on here if you guys hated me, for example. But yeah, I think that's it. So you guys have any parting words you want to say really quickly?
No, yeah, guys, just keep sending in the questions. Just don't forget to hashtag Ask Marvelite on every episode.
Yeah, guys, also feel free to tweet at us at hybridnetwork_2 with hashtag AskMarvelite if you want.
And don't forget to check out some of our individual YouTube channels, you know.
Well, is that a plug I hear? Well, why not? You guys can check us out. Will, what's yours?
They will army.
Will, what is your YouTube handle?
Another Time Hero.
Another Time Hero. I am Fail34. This is the Hybrid Network.
Signing out.